Hello, and welcome back to the Echo Reads. This is The Prophet by Khalil Gibran, Chapter 14 on Freedom. And ora speak to USOF. Freedom, and Al-Mustafa answered,
It's the ultimate human question, isn't it? We all want to figure out how to be free.
Exactly, and today we're diving into the answer he gave.
Specifically, the chapter on freedom.
And I have to say, the answer Al-Mustafa gives, it's not the big rallying cry you might expect. You know, it's not about breaking prison bars or overthrowing kings.
No, it's much more subtle and honestly a bit unsettling. Our whole mission to really unpack the central paradox he offers.
She?
That your pursuit of freedom, the very thing you're chasing, might actually be what's enslaving you.
That is a heavy concept to start with.
It really is.
Al-Mustafa opens with this image of people who worship their own freedom. He compares them to slaves humbling themselves before a tyrant. But the tyrant is freedom itself.
It's a striking irony. He says he's seen the freest among you wearing their freedom like a yoke and a handcuff.
A handcuff that just stops you in your tracks. We usually think of freedom as the key that unlocks the cuffs. Right, but here he's saying the idea of freedom is the restraint.
Precisely. Because if you're constantly searching for freedom, if that's your quest, then you're still bound by it. You're letting that desire for liberty become a harness.
So as long as I'm thinking, I need to be free, I'm actually not.
Exactly. You're still defining your life by a sense of lack. Gibran says you're only truly free when that desire to be free just vanishes.
He goes on to define what that state of being free actually looks like. And it's not, a life with zero problems.
Not at all. It's not about days without care or nights without grief. That's a crucial distinction. We often mistake freedom for escapism.
A life with no burdens.
Yeah, and he flips that completely. He says true freedom is when those cares and griefs girdle your life. They surround you, but you rise above them naked and unbound.
I love that image, naked and unbound. It means you're not armored against the world, you're just not weighed down by it. But this leads to the part that really challenged me. If we're not free, whose fault is it?
And this is where Gibran gets tough. Because we love to blame external forces, the government, the economy, our boss.
Right.
But he introduces this idea of internal chains. He says the things that bind you were forged by you at the dawn of your understanding.
That is a hard pill to swallow. He uses the example of an unjust law. Usually I'd think of something a politician wrote.
Of course.
But Gibran says, no, that law is written with your own hand upon your own forehead.
And think about what that implies. If a law is on paper, you can burn it.
You can burn it, you can ignore the book. But if it's on your forehead,
you can't wash it off. You can't burn it. It's etched into your very identity. He's saying, oppression only works if we've already accepted it internally.
We agree to the mental block before any physical restraint is even there. He says the same thing about tyrants, doesn't he? He asks, how can a despot rule the free and the proud?
And he answers his own question. He says a tyrant can't rule you unless there's already a tyranny in your own freedom and a shame in your own pride.
So the tyrant is just a symptom. The disease is our own acceptance of being ruled.
It's entirely internal. Even fear. He says the seed of fear isn't in the hand of the feared.
It's in your own heart.
We choose our cares. We choose our fears. They aren't just imposed on us. We kind of invite them in.
That connects to this beautiful, almost physics-like description he gives near the end about how things move inside our souls.
Oh, the half embrace.
Yes, the half embrace. He says the things we want and the things we dread are always moving together.
He calls them lights and shadows in pairs that cling.
Such a poetic way to put it. You can't separate the shadow from the light.
They're inseparable. You can't have ambition without the fear of failure. You can't have love without the fear of loss. They travel together.
And then he drops this final, sort of, mind-bending idea. He asks what happens when a shadow fades, when you finally overcome a problem.
He says that when a shadow fades and vanishes, the light through the means becomes a shadow to another, greater light.
Until we never just arrive.
No. It's constant motion. Your freedom, once you achieve it, loses its chains. But then that freedom itself becomes the chain of a greater freedom.
It's like an infinite ladder. You break one restriction, you feel free for a moment. But then that new state becomes the next limitation you have to break through.
Precisely. It is an endless cycle.
Gibran really forces you to stop looking for enemies out there in the world and to start looking in the mirror.
And to realize that the freedom we're so proud of today might just be the ceiling we need to break through tomorrow.
That's a powerful place to leave it. Yeah, so here's the question we want you to walk away with. What freedom are you currently holding on to that might actually be holding you back from a greater light?